Great pastors prepare themselves for the ministry in their church. But one of the greatest ways you can prepare yourself is something that maybe you don't think so much about. Want to know what that is? Let's talk about it together. My name is Matt, and I love to encourage pastors and ministry leaders who feel called to build God's church and build His people. And you know, if you've led anything for any time, there's a lot of work and preparation you put in before the big day, before your Sunday, before your Wednesday night group. There's the setup, the tear down, there's the emails and communication, there's the confirming your volunteers, there's the writing your notes out for all that you're going to share, there's the social media and all the preparations it takes. And many times we come to the ministry event so ready in that way, but we're exhausted in other ways. And so what I've learned, one of the most important ways I can prepare myself to lead effectively is get inspired. That's right. You as the leader need to walk into the room to set the tone, to raise the level of faith, to bring the fun, to look calm and collected and look good and feel good. And yet in ministry, you feel the responsibility and the pace so fast. By the time you get to the event, you're coming in with a half tank full. Anybody ever been there? I'm in my favorite place right now in my backyard. My wife and I built a beautiful brand new home here in South Florida, and my favorite part of the house is not inside, it's outside. This is wet marsh preserve right here, and I love this because there's nothing behind us except quiet, serene, beautiful nature. My wife and I come out every morning and have our coffee time. Sometimes we talk, sometimes we just read devotion. Sometimes in the evening, in the cooler season of Florida, I'll do a fire pit, come on somebody. Sometimes with family, but just myself. In fact, I call this space my sanctuary. And I'm not lying when I say sometimes I've had some moments with God in this beautiful space. And I tell you what, I get so inspired here. I get filled up here. I get a calm mind and a settled spirit here. And that way I have so much more to give, not only to my wife and my kids, but to the people that I'm ministering to. And I've learned in my life, as busy as I am of the setup and the preparation and the meetings and the setup and tear down, I have to make time during my week, not just for Sabbath and rest, but to get inspired, to expand my vision, to expose me to greater thinking, to see people that inspire me, to hear music that touches me, to hear a message that calls me up and challenges me. And I'm telling you that in your work week, make time for you. I'm not just talking about a day off or an evening. Every little bit of a time after a lunch or early in the morning or in the evening or on a Sunday, do something with somebody or somewhere that inspires you. My good friend Travis, who's a great pastor, one of the hardest workers you'll see, but he even says, Matt, every day I try to have a little fun. And it's true, it does something for your spirit. In fact, we've got a little dog named Bentley here, and he's as sweet as can be. It's actually my wife's dog, but I'll just kind of love on him and play with him and ask for his paw, and it just brings a joy and a centeredness to my life. I'm a musician, so I'll play the piano, or I'll write, or I'll go have coffee with a friend, or I'll have time of solitude. All of these things get me settled and steady and filled up, because when you walk to your church lobby for the first time, just remember, you're going to have a problem to solve. You're going to have people to greet. You're going to have things you have to do and work at. And so when I come on a Wednesday night to a group, or I have a missions group I'm going to do, I've learned that if I am on half empty, and maybe all the details and things are figured out, but if I'm on empty, I'm short, I'm not focused, my talking isn't as clear and concise, And sometimes I've had people say, "Are you all right?" And I'm thinking, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I snap at them because I realize I get cynical, skeptical, and tired and undisciplined. And so sometimes taking just a 5 minutes to settle yourself, breathe, see something that makes you laugh, something that makes you cry, be around people that inspire you, even if it's outside of ministry. And what happens is now you're coming joyful, believing, fun, relaxed, settled, prepared. Because I've learned in ministry, as much as it's about what I do, it's more about who I am. And people want you and I. They want our presence, our attention. They want our empathy. They want a word of faith. And they want help to lead them. How can we lead them if we're not leading ourselves well? So leave a comment here to tell me, what do you do to get inspired? And when do you do it? Is it a Sunday or a Saturday or a Wednesday morning, a Monday morning? And how is it different from your day off or your Sabbath? And how do you best feel that faith in your life? Hope this helps you. Get inspired.